Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Darrell Beck. I'm going to be changing my name to Brandon Stanley San Angelo, and this is Natalie Rebecca Noella Marie Brown. She's going to be changing her name to Natalie Rebecca Noella San Angelo pretty soon, and today is
April 25th.
April 25th.
My little sister's birthday.
Happy birthday, Crystal.
Happy birthday.
Everyone's happy. It's Natalie's sister's birthday. Welcome to Quintuple X. There's just a couple of updates. Update number 1. We have a fruit fly problem. We need to get apple cider vinegar.
That's right.
When I was a kid, we used to have fruit flies, and my dad made a fruit fly trap. And so I am going to make a fruit fly trap. I'm going to trap those fruit flies. Update number 2. Last Quintuple X that I did, we took Natalie to the hospital at the very end of it, and we thought that maybe Natalie was having a baby. She wasn't, but it was made clear one thing, that this baby wants out, and we are not ready to have a baby. We need a car seat, and we're very generous, we're very lucky. We're very fortunate to have people that are helping us get a car seat for the baby. Natalie's ready to have the baby. The baby's ready to come out, but she's in so much pain, and the baby is so big that the C-section got moved up 2 weeks, and so we're having the baby, and we're having her quick. And so when I was at the hospital, and I started to make all these realizations that, oh, this is actually happening. It's actually happening, and it's happening now. I was like, something flipped, and I was like, oh, okay, it's time to get ready to have a baby. So for work that I have been putting off for months and months and months, I did in 2 days. So now we're finally ready to have a baby. We just need the car seat, but we're going to get it before the baby's born. I'm so excited to be a father of a newborn. I have been a father of Dorian since he was about 3. But I was in the military for a lot of his early development, so I wasn't there for that. And I'm really happy that I can be there for him now, but I'm really excited to be the father of a newborn. I can't wait to meet my baby. She's huge. She's a big girl.
In the 97th percentile.
97th percentile. Yeah, I would show you Natalie's belly, because she's absolutely gorgeous. Natalie, my wife, is so beautiful, and she has such a beautiful baby belly, but she looks in the mirror and she sees a fat girl, and I'm like, honey, you don't look fat even. You look pregnant. You don't look fat. Because when I look at her belly, I don't see a big fat woman. I see Natalie with a fucking human being inside her. It's really cool, and her little belly button is pushing out now. So I'm so excited. Enough with the chit chat. Let's talk about what I actually wanted to make this video about. Hello everybody, my name is Brandon Darrell Beck, and I want to make a video about dodecahedral mechanical puzzles. This is my Penamix cube. I guess cube is just the name. It's a Penamix. I don't know. I just realized I've been calling it a Penamix cube, but I just made the realization now that I'm calling it a cube. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So it's really cool. My son, it was solved about an hour ago, but I let my son start to scramble it. It's not completely scrambled yet. And this is my Examinx. I wanted to talk a little bit more about my Examinx. Saying so. No. I wanted to talk a little bit more about my X-Minx because on my Baga channel, where I've been really active a couple years ago. Isn't she gorgeous? I think this is 11 by 11. 3, 6, 9, 11. Yeah, 11 by 11. Because a couple years ago I was really into making like videos for my Baga channel where I put a lot of effort into them. And I was doing like 300 subscribers, I'll buy, scramble, and solve a X-Minx. And I did, but I just never edited it. I did edit it. I just never uploaded it. And I have that file so long ago that I had to re-edit it, which I did the skeleton cut for, but I didn't actually fully edit yet. Just because I want it to be really good, but it's never going to be to my expectations. And so, like, I keep putting it off, but I, like, made a promise years ago that I would buy, scramble, and solve the X-Minx, and I did buy, scramble, and solve it. I just never uploaded the video. So I wanted to talk about a little bit more of like the behind the scenes. Talk about it more candidly before I actually sit down and really edit it and do all the fancy editing stuff that I usually like to do. I'll talk about the X-Minx while I kind of scramble this Pataminx more. I love mechanical puzzles. And despite how daunting this puzzle looks, it's really not that difficult. You do have to have knowledge of how to solve, realistically, a Megaminx, but it would be easier to solve a Megaminx while knowing how to solve 3x3. But if you were to take away how big and how many pieces there are, and you have the knowledge of a 3x3 and a Megaminx, which isn't really that much harder than, it's not really, I wouldn't even say it's any harder, it's just more pieces. It's not hard, because all you're doing is you're solving from the center out. So you have these pieces, and these pieces, and you're basically just putting the pieces in around and around. You build the center out on all of them, and then you build the edges out. And then once you build the edges out, then you just solve it like a 3x3 Megaminx. It isn't very difficult in the sense that it's a difficult mechanical puzzle. It's difficult in the sense that you have to have a lot of patience. So it reminds me more of a jigsaw puzzle than it does a mechanical puzzle. That's a lie, what I just said. It reminds me of having the patience to sit down and do a jigsaw puzzle as opposed to sitting down and playing with the mechanical puzzle. And I've always loved big mechanical puzzles. I think the biggest X by X I have is a 5x5. I think that's the biggest I've ever solved because I never wanted to get like a 13x13 or whatever, but I mean, like, I wanted to, but I've been more enamored with the dodecahedron. I love the dodecahedron. It's my favorite polyhedra. And it's my favorite polyhedra, I think, because the very first mechanical puzzle I ever solved was the Megaminx on my own. So, I mean, I already had pretty good understanding of the anatomy of a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And so for me to solve the Megaminx by myself, it's not that much of a step higher, but it gave me more confidence in my understanding of how mechanical puzzles function. And so the algorithms to solve the Megaminx was just slightly different than solving the 3x3, just adding a few extra moves, but it started to make me understand parody on other X by X cubes, and started to make me actually understand how to wrap my head around these puzzles without looking up a tutorial. And there's nothing wrong with looking up the tutorials. It's not that I don't think I would have ever not figured it out by myself if I never had a tutorial, but having the tutorials gave me the confidence I needed to be able to at least attempt these. I think that's a big thing, is I never really had the confidence in myself to be like, oh, I could never do X, Y, Z, this puzzle, or this puzzle. But after a lot of years of just being really fascinated by these, oh my god, there's that one YouTuber, I forgot his name.
Scuba Steve?
Oh, Scuba Steve, hey! Scuba Steve, you watching? Shout out Scuba Steve. Puzzle Pete? Pete the Puzzler? There's this one YouTuber on YouTube. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, but I haven't been like fascinated with mechanical puzzles in a while. You know, I kind of had to grow up a lot, and I didn't really have time to, you know, really hyper focus on my hobbies, because I got distracted with, you know, taxes. No, I just got busy. Pete the Geek. Pete the Geek. Everybody shout out Pete the Geek. I fucking love Pete the Geek. He is wholesome, and he has a huge, big puzzle collection. And I watch his videos, and they're very long, but they're very entertaining, and they're very in-depth about his puzzles, and he has puzzle collections, and he even has a video of him going through the car wash, reminiscing about his past. And it's very fascinating, and I think Pete the Geek is a very fascinating character, and I'm very interested in looking him up after I'm done with this video. But he has so many crazy puzzles, and these are so stupid expensive. Did I get the Petaminx as a gift for my parents?
I'm pretty sure you did.
I think my parents got me this as a gift when I was a young adult.
They're like, your parents
18?
are so nice to you.
My parents love me.
They do. What does that feel like? I don't know.
Natalie's parents are a little bit hard on her. My parents gave me this as a gift when I was a young adult. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? I don't remember. But I think this was going for like $600. So when they did give this to me, it was like one of those, this is the one thing you're getting this year, and you better be happy with it. And I was. I still have this puzzle today, and I've solved it twice. And so now this will be my third time solving it. I love this puzzle more than I love my newborn baby. Don't tell that lady I said that.
Okay.
Elodie, I love this puzzle more than I love you. Just kidding. If I had to sell my X-Minx and my Petaminx, I would. If it meant puzzles over baby, I would choose baby. I love that girl. And if someone said, okay, either your son or your Petaminx, I would cry, but I would give away my Petaminx. Because I will never be able to replace this. Like, I got this when I was 17, 18-ish, and I will never be able to afford a big cube like this. And I bought this X-Minx. I will be solving this. Probably not on video. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I bought this with my own money because I got this when I was an adult on my own. And this was closer to $800. This is my Eximinx. So the Petiminx is a 9x9. This is an 11x11. The pieces are smaller, and I think it's actually roughly the same size. Maybe a little tiny bit bigger. I'll show it. I bought this with my own money back when I was in the military, when I had money to spend on myself. And I will never be able to replace this. I will never be able to get unless I actually were to put money aside for my own self, which I never do. All my money always goes to groceries and stuff. But if I were to like maybe put $20 aside and save up for a while, maybe I could get. I think I will do that. Natalie?
What?
I think every paycheck. Could I put $20 aside?
It's your money, honey.
Well, yeah, but it's our money.
Well, yeah, then go ahead. Yeah, why not?
I want to put $20 aside every paycheck until I can afford a Zetaminx. So, I bought this with my own money. When I had money to throw away when I was in the military. And, it's just beautiful. So, I was, making the video. I was making a video of, it's this piece right here. I'll never forget. This piece right here. See that piece right there? Now, you guys, nobody knows this because I've never uploaded on the video, but there a million things went wrong when I was making that video. The first part that went wrong was the cube was delivered late. It was delivered really late. And when it did get there, that piece that I just showed you right there got hit in transit. And it squashed this whole piece. So I had to send it back. And they sent it back to me. They repaired the broken section, and again, they sent me the same box because the box that they sent me was broken. And I'm a Cubicle fanboy, but the box was broken, and it's kind of like you're spending $800 on a puzzle. You kind of want to, have like a nice box to go with it. But once I got it back, and then I went to the Devil's Tower for a 3x3 competition. That was my very first Rubik's Cube competition, the only competition I've ever been to. That's where I got my official PB, which is like 26 seconds-ish, which is all I ever wanted. It was to have an official PB in under 30 seconds, so I'm satisfied with that. And then once I got to the Devil's Tower, I got home and I finished solving it, and I had all the data and all the footage that I needed, and I edited, and I just would like take long walks, and I would think about this video and think about it, because I wanted it to be special. And a lot went wrong when I was making the video. And that was 4 years ago.
It happens, honey.
So I will be uploading that video eventually, but it's no longer the whole 300 subscribers kind of thing, because I'm in a different part of my life now than I was when I recorded that video. I have a family now. We have real priorities. But it's nice to just, for one evening, we took Dorian out to the park right after supper today. And I played on the monkey bars with him.
You were the hottest dad at the park.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had a nice time with my boy today. And my hobbies aren't really my own anymore. It's nice to sit here and just start to scramble these puzzles and, like, you know, maybe get a little bit of a center done. But, I don't have time for my hobbies anymore. I used to make videos all the time. And I'm not saying that as a sad thing either. Because I don't have time for my hobbies anymore, but I've gotten very, what's the word? Interested in my family's life, not just my own. And so, when I'm working, and then I'm home, and just sitting on the couch, enjoying time with my family, that's really meaningful. And I still do have time every once in a while to just sit here and mess around with the Rubik's Cube while I ramble on. You have to be very patient to see how very careful I'm turning this thing. My son was scrambling my Penamings, and I let him. I wasn't, but I was like, you gotta be careful. You cannot just be turning this crazy. Because this is one puzzle that, if it pops, I will not be able to get it back together. And I could, but even a little tiny piece that is broken, or if a leg is broken on even just one piece, then I have to retire the whole thing. And I don't even think I would be able to assemble the whole cube. I think I would, but I would be paranoid that I didn't have all of the pieces, and then it would turn out that I am missing a piece, or... I was like, these are very precious puzzles, and they're very delicate. You can totally play with them 100%, but also, do not break it. Be very careful. I was thinking, I never really feel like I've become an adult. Because, like, I feel like if I were to accept the fact that I'm an adult, then I would have to, like, take responsibility of that, which I do. That is exactly what I need to do. But I was thinking, like, I'm in a completely different part in my life now, and I'm still at the very, early stages of life. I'm having a baby. I've already been a father to Dorian. But I'm married. I'm gonna have children. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the way that my life has gone. I am so lucky to be able to have the perfect wife. She and I get along so well. And our son is a troublemaker, but I love him to death. We're having a baby together. And I was lucky to have someone in my life that we can be totally ourselves with each other. And we both have to do really hard things. And we have to both be grown-ups, and we don't want to be. But I'm really thankful for the life that I have. And I'm really thankful that it could have gone so well. I always thought that I would never be able to have such a fulfilling life, and Natalie and I are young parents. Or I guess not anymore, eh?
I guess not anymore, no.
But we're still at the very beginning of our, not just young adult lives, but our adult lives. And we are struggling. But I don't feel any pressure to do anything. Well, no, not to not do anything about the pressure, but I don't feel pressure in the sense that we won't be able to make ends meet, because Natalie and I are making ends meet. And I'm just so fortunate to be able to have them in my life. I'm fortunate enough to be able to make ends meet. And once I get back to work, we're going to be not only making ends meet, but we'll be more than comfortable. I really do have it all. And Dorian is frustrated that we don't have a lot of spending money. He doesn't really know the value of money. And that's okay, because he's a young child. But I'm really thankful that I'm able to be able to have something like this puzzle. I really, really appreciate having this puzzle, because I know I'll never be able to have any other big puzzle. This is kind of it, pretty much. But having this puzzle really means a lot. And if it breaks one day and I have to, I'll always remember it. To be able to be fortunate enough to be able to even just have this or play with it. You know, there's a lot of, I never would have been able to dream that we would have just dropped $600, $800 on a puzzle, you know. Natalie and I kind of grew up a little. What's the word I'm looking for?
How we grew up?
Yeah, without very much money.
Oh.
Poor, yeah. We grew up poor. But our parents made ends meet. And frankly, I kind of appreciate growing up the way I did, because growing up the way I did made me really appreciate the value of a dollar. And realistically, having something like this, it's fun, but I don't really need it. Even if it was just me, Natalie, Dorian, and Elodie, and I didn't have these big puzzles, and we had food in our bellies and a roof over our head. I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy. Okay, it's scrambled enough for an example. You ever see how small the actual centers are? Well, how big it is compared. So this is, you know, I think my Petaminx might actually be bigger. I think it is. This is always my, opinion about stickered and stickered lists. So I love a stickered puzzle, and I don't really care for a sticker list, but obviously if I were to choose to have a sticker or stickerless puzzle, I would choose a sticker list if it had this many pieces. The stickers could like fade or fall off, and I think there was one that was falling off that I actually repaired. But I would definitely choose, but I think the Petaminxes, wow, actually, there might be exactly the same size. Yeah, so just to go over the solve, this is a 9x9, this is a 13x13. 11x11. A 13x13 is a Zetaminx. I said 13 and I was like, that doesn't make sense. So here's a Petaminx. I'm gonna put $20 aside every paycheck, and you know, it'll take a couple of years, but eventually, you know, maybe I'll chuck in a 50 every once in a while. We'll see. I'm gonna get the Zetaminx too, because it's nice to have a hobby. Solve You solve centers first, and what that looks like is you can see the pentagon here. You have these edge pieces. You have these corner pieces, and you basically just build the star out. And really just finding the pieces in the layers is the tricky part, but you basically just build out until you get a center done. Once you get a center done, you just keep doing it until all 12 centers are done. And then you do the edges. And then once you're done with the edges, you just solve it like a regular Megaminx. Same solve method on both the cubes. This one, I like the look of a nice, a black puzzle with stickers. I think it looks pretty. But they're just both so beautiful. Je t'aime, amour.
Je t'aime aussi. Mon cœur.
Good day. Had a good day today. The house is ready for a baby. Now, this is all my stuff that I found throughout the house. I need to find a better place to put it. So the house is ready for a baby. But now, because I was all over the house, we have to re-tidy the whole house, so it needs to be tidied up again. But thankfully, all the hard work is done, so just tidying it up is going to be like a breeze compared to all the work I just did. We're ready. We're ready. Like, we need the baby seat and a stroller, and we'll be ready. We have everything else. Natalie will have her body back.
I'll have my body back.
Natalie was explaining that it felt like having a roommate that took priority. Like, the roommate gets all of the food in the house. The roommate gets all of the attention. The roommate just
makes all the decisions.
Makes all the decisions, yeah.
Like, we're puking today.
I'll be excited for Natalie that she won't have to be pregnant. And so
Ever again.
Oh yeah, we're not having any more children. Which is totally fine. We did not even think we were gonna get one child. And the fact that we got one child is really cool. Really, one child between us. Dorian is my stepson. Still treat him like my own boy, though. I love that kid like my own son.
Honey, I'm hungry. Will you make me rice, please?
I can make you some rice.
Hell yeah.
I can make some rice. And I'll go get some rice. Then I need to sleep. I gotta go to bed early tonight. Okay, you want rice? Anything else?
Pop?
I don't have any pop.
Okay.
We have your soda, but I think you don't want it because it's flat.
It's flat.
I don't know if I have the sugar for it. I'll have to check my sugar. I never drink sugar soda. Miss it. You can get used to diet. Anyway, sorry. I'm really tired. I was so busy.
How long did you clean the room for, honey?
It took me 13 hours.
But you did it.
I did it.
So of course you're tired.
I didn't do it all in one go.
No, but still, that's a lot of work.
We're done. We're done. Not really. We still have to tidy now. Like, there's my stuff right there. It's a cute little... Here's my radio. And I've been listening to Liveline. And this is my box here. You can't see it. It has all my 3x3s in it. And it's sitting on a Minecraft chess set. That was the one big purchase I was allowed on my honeymoon. And I got a chess set. Minecraft chess set. And over here I got some of my VHS. I got Scooby-Doo and Shrek 2. And then under that, I got Chessmaster 10th edition for the PC. Oh, yeah, sorry, I gotta get... alright, thanks for watching. I'm gonna solve these. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, you know, put a timer on and just add up how long it takes me to solve each puzzle. And then when I do solve it, I'll put the combined total of each total and then combine them together. Anyway, goodbye everybody. I'll talk to you whenever next time is. Goodbye everyone.